Welcome, Joe, to another episode. How are you?
Me, I am spectacular today. I have had my hair done, my nails done. I'm feeling all
That look-
zhuzhed up and feeling great. How
Looks
about you?
amazing. Looks amazing.
Thank you.
I'm good, thank you, my
Thank you.
love. Very good, thank you. Now, what are we discussing this week? What's our episode this week?
Today, we're talking about the April's amazing energy and what it means and how you can use it for the best possibilities for your life. Um, it's pretty exciting times when you look at astrologically all the things that are happening,
Mhm.
and especially from the 25th of March, where all the planets are aligning. And it's really important for this time in April to actually live how you want to, what you want to achieve. So, what do you feel? Do you feel the
Yeah, I think
same?
I think you're right. I think you're on the money, Joe. I think April's going to be a go month, and it's going
Mm,
to be the month that we thought was coming in February with the fire horse. And I think
yeah.
the fire horse energy has taken a lot of people by storm because it's created a little bit of havoc for everybody. But
Yes.
I think April is going to be the month that it settles down a little bit and we can get on with what we're doing. Now, when I say settles down, I don't know if the world's going to settle down because it's in whatever it wants to do, but this is where we can take control of what we want to do. So I think you're right. April is going to be the month that we can utilize to create what we want to create moving forward for ourselves.
Yes, the biggest way I guess the guys are showing me about it is that if you can imagine, like we've got our little spiritual or our vibrational tenors, and it's like, when I walk down the hallway when I'm at work at Alchemy, I'll walk down with imagining I've achieved all my dreams and goals. So, and it's living in gratitude. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. That's a bit terrible. Living in gratitude of all the things that I've achieved, even though I haven't achieved them, but it's that gratitude and the positive vibration that is going to keep you in the right zone. Lots of people are trying to fear monger, and they're saying, oh, it's like COVID again, and they're going to ration everything. And I don't actually think it's going to get that bad. I think it's going to really, it might get a little bit bad for a couple of weeks, but I think it's going to subside, um,
I
for
agree.
us to lift up. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. The good thing about COVID was everybody learned to adapt quickly. And I think
Yes.
that's the lesson from 5 years ago. How do we adapt? And already, airlines are cutting schedules. People are offering, maybe you need to work from home 3 or 4 days in the week instead of, 1 or 2 days of the week. I believe some countries are looking at introducing extra days off. So they're going to go down to a 4 day week instead of a 5 day week. This is how change happens. This is how it all comes. So it's really interesting that it's being forced upon us. But what we just have to do is not dwell on their heavy. It's going
Yes.
to be, how do I see the positive? So even today, I was on Instagram today and this ad came up about this book for like doomsday prepping.
Oh,
And it's like,
yes.
I'm done. And I was like, I don't want to see this ad anymore because it just brings negative connotations as to what's happening. I mean, I've got
Mm.
candles, like I've got a million tea light candles for when I do tarots and, energy healing and stuff like that. So I've got candles and stuff, but it's just like, I don't need to see that because that just makes us heavy. So it's just like, nah, getting rid of it. And that's what people need to be more discerning of now. What are you giving your attention to? And in April, you don't want to give it to heavy energy. You don't
No.
want it to pull you down.
No, I whenever anything comes up, because sometimes it just comes up in your feed without you even realizing, or
Yep.
you might not even be following that person. But
Yep.
I just press snooze on them all the time because I don't want me, especially with the horrible file things and all that. I don't want to vibrate. It's not that I'm
Oh,
ignorant to it, but it's just I just don't want that to be in my world.
and I think that's the key. We're not being ignorant to it. We know it's happening, but we're not giving it our energy. We're not giving it our attention. So it's not pulling us down. Because that's all the intention is. Pull you down into a fear state. What we do as light workers, Joe, is we stay at a higher level. We maintain that positive and go with that.
Yes, absolutely. Whenever I think, whenever I'm eating my food, I think, I have so much gratitude for the food I'm about to eat. I ask Archangel Raphael to bless my water before I drink it, even though it's filtered water, but I still do that. It's just living in that grace.
Yes.
I think that's the key moving forward. It's just to kind of, sit in your heart chakra. If you're not doing a job that you love, then that's something that you need to explore. It's no more where we're groveling and living, you know, just getting by. That's not what the guides upstairs are wanting us to do anymore. They're wanting us to live in our truth and our love and our passions. So I think it's really important this month just to kind of have a little bit of reflection, just to see what doesn't serve me anymore.
Yep, no, totally agree. And it's funny you say that, Joe, because I pulled out a card, and this is what I pulled out, the Two
Yeah.
of Cups. Oops, 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 oops. And it's about
Yep.
loving what you're doing, loving the path you're walking on. Okay, so it's
Yes.
about creating what you want to create for yourself moving forward. See, there's the forward path. You can see it there. And
Ah,
this is about you walking that path, and it's about you walking the path with others in mind as well, so that your partners, your families, so that everybody wins. Everybody reaps the rewards of this Two of Cups. And it's a beautiful energy because it's an emotional security, it's an emotional stability, it's being open with everybody around you, but it's allowing you to walk the path that you need to walk in this lifetime. So this is what the April energy wants to be. I love this card because it says to me, trust with other people. Trust the people you trust. Okay, so be discerning about who you trust, but trust the people you trust, and they'll allow the path to open with you, and they'll want to walk with you. So really interesting card for April, and I think that's the key. You've got to be passionate about what you do. You've got to invest your time and energy in projects that lift you up, not pull you down, and that will allow you to start moving forward.
yes, absolutely. And it's so much about that. And even if you're still a bit grumpy or upset or annoyed at something that's happened, do the purge and just finally let it go. It's
Yeah.
not serving you thinking about that person angrily because they're probably oblivious. You're drinking the poison that they gave you.
And it's not worth it. It's so not worth
No.
it because all it's doing is bringing you down, not pulling anybody else down. So it's a case of
Yeah.
no, no, no. If there's a heaviness, feel it, understand it, let it go. See ya, so that you
Yes.
don't come back to it. And then what you do is hold that person, if they've created a situation for you, hold them at arm's length. So then they can't do that again. So
Yes.
yeah, I think April's going to be an interesting month. And I
Yes.
think it's going to be a little bit more positive in as
Yes.
much as January, February, March have been testing us in a weird way. So that's interesting. But I think April allows us to spend more time with our loved ones because we get a
Yeah.
Easter break. We also have the Anzac Day holiday here in Australia, so we can remember. And I think that allows us to do more of us. And that's what we've
Yes.
got to do, reconnect as people.
Yes, absolutely. It's just, yeah, it's all about filling your heart and your whole life really of love and joy.
Yeah.
I think that it's not like two worlds are being created, like they or timeline jumping, but I think that people can either live in the shit pit or they can live in joy and happiness and create the life that they're wanting.
Yep.
So I think that now more than ever, that's where the divide will happen a little bit.
Yep.
Um, and I don't want to be on the other end. I want to be in the like a turtle in the slipstream that everything's easy and flowing and
Yes. It flows
good.
effortlessly.
Yeah. So the other thing astrologically is some relationships may um, uh, or cancel or end abruptly. And I don't actually think that they're going to end forever. I think that it's just that when they've ended abruptly, that both souls have to grow without
Hmm.
each other. And
Yep.
I feel like, those cells will come back like within the next 2 to 3 years. So don't panic if that happens this month or in the following months. I think it's just one of those souls evolution things that you need to look at.
Soul needs to grow, and that's the only way
Yes.
that it can do it.
Without
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
sometimes. So,
Love it.
yes. Mm.
So this is
So,
what we're
yes.
looking forward to in April. All this
Yeah.
excitement, Joe, all this positive stuff that we're going to look forward to so that we can make it ours.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's just all about, like, it's like we've talked about a lot this year. It's about thinking and being and doing what you actually want to be here for
Yeah.
or achieve. Does that make sense? And sometimes you've
Yeah.
got to make it a little bit to be before you make it.
Oh,
But
exactly.
yeah, but it's all about just positive vibration. Positive vibration. Go to bed with gratitude. Think of what you want, not what you're worried about. So sometimes I feel also in April because that there's big flux in energy. Sometimes when you've got autoimmune diseases, it can bring them forward, if that makes
Hmm.
sense, or you can have a few flat spots.
Yep.
We've noticed in the clinic a lot of people have come in and their autoimmunes have deflared a little bit already in March. So don't read too much into it. The energy or the Schumann resonance, oh gosh, I don't
Oh,
think we've ever experienced anything like
it's
this.
off the charts. It's crazy.
Yeah. So there's a page, or you can Google the Schumann resonance, and it's about the energy that the sun's sending to the earth. That's right, isn't it? It's the sun
Yeah.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's just been crazy. The other thing with that, when that happens, is that you can wake up in the morning and you can feel really euphoric and happy. And by the afternoon, you can feel teary and emotional,
Yeah.
or the other way around.
Yeah.
So don't worry too much if you think, gosh, my moods are all over the shop. It's often associated with the Schumann resonance.
Yeah, yeah, the vibration, and you're right. It's the sun's rays, and it's the vibration of the planet, and
Yeah.
we're having waves that we've never had before, and
No.
that's why it's unsettling for a lot of people because it's draining a lot of people of energy, so they're feeling really depleted. And this is where you've just got to ground your energy, keep your fluids up, and hydrate, and just
Yes.
do your self-care, look after what you need to do, so that you can
Yes.
navigate through that. That's all. That's all this needs to be. But you're right. So
Yes.
people are going to have high highs and possibly low lows, but just understand that's also the planet. The planet's feeling it, and you're on the
Yes.
planet, and you're a water being. So you're going to get emotional. You're going to have all of these triggers, and just accept that, and then you can get on with it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Excellent.
Love it. Now, have you
Yeah.
got anything coming up in April or May, Joe?
No, not in April. I because of all the school holidays and public holidays, I'm not doing anything apart from seeing clients, but not doing any courses. I do have a few things coming up that I'll launch in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, what about you, lovely?
I'm doing a past life regression hypnosis at the yoga studio on April 11. So it's called Echoes of Yourself. So there's going to be like a yoga session. So we're going to do like 60 minutes of yoga. We're going to do some hypnosis. There's going to be some journaling, some meditation. So that's on a Saturday and it starts at 1 o'clock. It's about 1 till 4 at
Nice.
Restoring Wellness. So it's all on the Restoring Wellness Instagram page or the Amanti Moon Instagram page. It's there. Have a look and you can book for that. It's going to be a really interesting because we're going to get people nice and relaxed and stretched with the yoga, and then we're going to bring in the past lives, the future lives, spirit guides, all of those things. So that's April
Perfect.
11th. But that's all I've got coming up at the moment, Joe.
Excellent. Fantastic. You've got some bookings for April as well
Got some
available?
bookings for open in April for Restoring Wellness every second Monday, and also for here at Amanti Moon. So I'll do 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or 6:45 p.m. at night for those that are interested in reading or a healing or a combination of both. What about yourself, Joe?
Perfect.
You've got anything available in April?
I think I've got a few the back end of April, and I opened up
Yeah,
a few more days. So my son is catching the bus home, so I've got a few more afternoons.
perfect. Yeah, love
Bless
it.
him. Yeah. So yeah. So you just go to call Alchemy, Alchemy in Bellingen to make any bookings. So yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Now, guys, don't forget to
Fantastic.
like, share, and subscribe. And if there's anything
Yes.
that you want to see, pop it in the comments and then we can have a discussion about it and we can go from there.
Yes. Excellent. Yeah. Anything we would love you to let us know about some topics you'd like to
Yeah.
learn about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's always exciting for us to have something different to chew on and debate and bring conversation to. So if you've got topics you want to know about, like we had the Archangel, somebody suggested Archangel, so we did that. Let us know, and then we'll provide that for you. All right, my love.
Perfect.
You have a great week.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks for watching,
Yes.
everyone, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
See ya. Bye.
Bye for now.